Back in July 2024, I propagated satin pothos cuttings and planted them in a mix of potting soil and sand. At first, things looked promising, but soon I noticed the growth had slowed down, almost stuck. It's now April 2025, and these satin pothos plants haven't shown much progress. Their growth is still very slow. When I looked closer, I realized the soil had turned into a hard, compact mass. Not ideal at all. I tried pulling the plants out of the pot, but it was tough. The roots were tightly packed and clearly struggling. After carefully removing them, I saw that while the roots were still alive, they weren't thriving. They had been trapped in a dense, airless mix for too long. So I gave them a gentle rinse to remove the old soil and let the roots breathe again. Satin pothos roots love moist, airy conditions. But sadly, they didn't get that in the old setup. With the roots now clean and refreshed, it's finally time to prepare a better potting mix and give these plants a well-deserved fresh start. Now let me show you the key ingredients I'm using for the new potting mix. These are the same materials I've used before for my oxalis plants, and they worked really well. The main components are cocopeat for moisture retention, vermicompost for nutrients, small pieces of charcoal to absorb toxins, and perlite for drainage and aeration. This time, I'm making sure the mix supports deep root growth and has excellent drainage, because that's what satin pothos roots really need. You can try this mix for your plants at home too, especially if you're struggling with compacted soil. Once the plant is placed into the new pot, gently press the soil around the roots. Don't pack it too tight, just enough to hold the plant steady while still allowing air to flow. Slight pressure is fine, but avoid squeezing it in. After repotting, it's time to water the plant thoroughly. A good sign of a healthy mix is when the water soaks in quickly without pooling, meaning your soil has the right balance of moisture and drainage. Also, don't forget to check that your pot has drainage holes at the bottom. This is essential to prevent waterlogging. And that's it, repotting complete. Now, let's see how these satin pothos plants do after 2 weeks. Stay tuned.
2 weeks later, and look at them now. The plants are looking much healthier, and I can already see signs of new growth. I just gave them some water, and the soil absorbed it quickly. Exactly what we want from a well-draining mix for satin pothos. This simple change made a big difference. Thanks so much for watching, and if you found this helpful, I'd really appreciate a like on this video. Your support means a lot.